What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full Absol team. This one is for Patreon. If you like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Glace, this one is for you. So I had to use 6 Absol, which was absolutely amazing. Now people, we are streaming on the Twitch tonight. We're going to get the shiny Deoxys tonight. I can feel it in my bones. Now last night I had a really bad headache and I wasn't able to stream. And tonight I'm going to make up for that. So you make sure you come and watch the stream. That'll probably be uploaded. This will be uploaded like an hour before I start. So make sure you click that link at the top of the description in the video. Come follow if you haven't, and come support the stream. I'd love to see you there. It's really chill out, people. You know, I like to answer a lot of questions and chat to the audience. It's very fun, and I hope to see you there. All right, if you are a little bit late to watching this video, open that second tab and come and watch yours truly. So we have a battle on my Discord. This one was against Eckhard, and we have a very interesting theme team here. Now, this Absol set was probably the best of my team. It was also probably the scummiest too. So we got Max Attack and Max Speed. We got Sword Dance, we got Bite, we got Rock Slide and Psycho Cut. So we got Super Luck and the Scope Lens. This was like a critting, flinching Absol set, and it was amazing. I had like such good luck with it. Well, the first couple of battles I did. Anyway, so we got the Ledian going down, and now we got the Motham going down. So a pretty solid start there, and they actually were running a theme team as well. If you can guess, it was a mono bug type team. So Mono Dark versus Bug, which is really interesting. All right, so going for the Bite on the Butterfree, hoping for a low-key Friday video. However, it's not going to get flinched, and I'm going to get hit by the Bug Buzz, taking my Absol 1 out. Man, we were close. We nearly got halfway to the Friday video there, people. Anyway, so now we're going to go into the Absol 6. Now, Absol 69 was a pretty good set too. I had probably 2 really offensive Absols. The rest were kind of like memes. Anyway, so going for the Stone Edge on the Butterfly, the Butterfree, and that is going to take it out. So that's half the team down already. So these battles were like really, really fast too, due to Absol not having a lot of bulk, and basically if it didn't take something out, it would go down in one shot. We got a special scythe here, go for a silver win, taking me all the way down to my focus sash. I'm going to go for the hone claws here, so boosting my attack and accuracy by 1 stage. So we got Play Rough, we got Sucker Punch, Hone Claws, and Stone Edge, and we got Max Attack and Max Speed. Of course, being a special scyther, it's got freaking Vacuum Wave, and that's going to take me out with a priority crit there, which totally mattered. Okay, so the big threat right now is this scythe, this special scyther, people. It's threatening, all right? All right, so I'm going to go into my Absol 3 here. Now, Absol 3 was a rather interesting set. This was a Perish Song Mean Look Trapper. Does a lot of damage to me there with a silver win. I'm just able to live that and get some citrus berry damage off. I wish I had a wiki berry or something like that. That would have done like way more. That would have been like so more helpful to me. Okay, so getting the Perish Song up. Now this set was quite hard to do because Absol doesn't have a lot of bulk, right? It's not the greatest bulky Pokemon in the world. So we got Mean Look, Perish Song, Substitute, Protect. We got Max Health and Max Speed. We got the ability is Pressure, which I thought would be nice on a more of a stalling set. And we got the item as Citrus Berry. Okay, so now we got the Masquerain coming in. The Scyther didn't want any of that Perish Song at all. And now Masquerain is going to be a special set going for the Scald on my Absol. And that's almost going to take me out there. It actually burns me, unfortunately. However, I do get off the Perish Song on the Masquerain. So that means the Masquerain is going to have to, it's going to have to swap out eventually. And I may be able to, get some kind of setup move if it does swap. Okay, so Absol 3 is going to go down, but we still have 3 more Absol waning in the wings. So now we've got the Absol 4. This is my bulky defensive wall. I know, guys, bulky defensive wall Absol. So we got Max Health, Max Defense. We got Foul Play, Will-O-Wisp, Rest, and Sleep Talk. We got the ability as Pressure and the item as Leftovers. So anyway, we got the Masquerain going for a Z move here, and this is, as said, this is a bulky defensive set, so it didn't go really well against special attackers. And Asta's wanting to bark in the background. Asta, come here. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Come on, jump on. Okay, don't jump on Daddy's lap. Anyway, so we got Asta distracting me from the battle. I'm going to get hit by like a special ice type move, and I'm going to go for the Foul Play on the Masquerain, doing pretty good damage. It's about, hello Asta, doing a 3-hit KO to the Masquerain. So we got the Perish count down to 2, and we got Asta chewing my leg. So now we got the Masquerain going for the Energy Ball there, and it's going to be enough to take out my Absol, which is absolutely amazing. So I've got 2 more Absols left. This is my Absol 2. Now the Absol 2 was as follows. So Absol 2 was a special set. We got Calm Mind, We got Dank Pulse, we got Future Sight, and Hidden Power Fighting. Now, we got the ability as Super Luck, and the item as Psychium Z. So I can go for the Psychium Z Future Sight. That was mainly for physical fighting type, or just fighting types in general. It was very, very handy. I had to carry those kind of counters for my team. Alright, so we got the Masquerade going down, and that's the barking again. And now we got the Scyther going for the Focus Energy. So Focus Energy is going to make this Scyther, well, I'm guessing it's 100% crit. I'm guessing they've got a scope lens on this. Alright, so going for the Dank Pulse does really good damage on the Scyther. Now, Scyther is actually going to be able to get around my Carmine with a crit. Does a lot of damage to me, almost taking me out with that crit there. And I'm going to go for another Dank Pulse taking out the Scyther. So that was pretty good. Actually, Scyther's got some really interesting moves. And if that was Technician too, they actually got powered up. It's got some interesting special side moves. Alright, so the last Pokemon is Sonic. Now, there's no way I'm going to be able to outspeed Sonic. I was hoping they may go for Protect there. I was going to go for Psychium Z Future Sight, but they didn't. They took me out with the Scumbag Ancient Power. They did get a boost though. That was the main thing. So my plan here was to live the next attack with the Absol, right? And maybe try and go for a little bit of RNG hacks. So we're going to go into my Absol 5. Now, Absol 5 was a special defensive wall. So we got the Yamna going for the Bug Buzz against my Absol. Does a lot of damage. That was my bulkiest set. It just hangs on. Now maybe off the Swagger against it. So on this set, right, I've got Payback. I thought, well, if I can get the Yamna to hit itself with Confusion and then hit it with a Payback, that should be enough to take it out so I can take the game. And it's going to get the speed boost there, giving it some more speed. Not that it matters, it outspeeds my entire team. Anyway, all right, moment of truth, people. The Yamna is going to go for the Confusion, and it gets through, and it finishes me off with the Ancient Power. Oh, man, I was so close to winning that. So there you go, people. We had Mono Dark versus Mono Bug. I thought that was a really entertaining battle. And let's get into the second battle. Now, speaking of short battles, all the battles I had, bar this one, were very, very short. They were probably like 19, 20 turns absolute max. This one was about 35 turns. All right, so we got, oh my god, Shiny as the lead. Now, I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Fighting right off the bat here. Does huge damage, almost taking it out. And it's going to be able to eat a berry and get most of its health back. So that kind of really sucked for me. I would have loved to bury this Pokemon. This Pokemon, Alolan Eradicate, was a thorn in my side the whole battle. Okay, so now it's going to go for the U-turn, doing a lot of damage to me. And U-turn is going to do a lot of damage to my entire team. Like, I can't really swap into it. So that was annoying. So we got the Crustle coming in there. And I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse against it. I was like, I might as well get some damage against this. Does pretty nice damage there. Getting a critical hit and getting a flinch as well. I was like, wow, that was really good. That makes for that Scumbag first turn there with Eradicate living. Okay, so go for another Dark Pulse and I get another crit. And definitely my ability coming into luck there. Super Luck was it's a very, very nice ability. Okay, so anyway, we got the Mudsdale coming. I was thinking, okay, how am I going to get around this thing? This is very, very bulky, right? So I thought, let's just go for Dark Pulse, get some damage off, and maybe swap a Pokemon in with like Toxic. Or I could go for the Will-O-Wisp on one of my other Pokemon. Okay, so we got the Mudsdale going for the Earthquake on my Absol. There's no way I'm going to be able to live that one, but that's all fine. I can easily swap in my Absol 4. Now, the Absol 4, if you guys remember, was a max health and max defense set. Now, upon average having the max health and max defense, to make it even more bulkier in defense, I gave the Absol Will-O-Wisp. So Will-O-Wisp, Foul Play, Rest and Sleep Talk, if I didn't mention that one. So go for the Will-O-Wisp on the Mudsdale. Thank goodness it hits. I had a couple of battles that it missed at very, very important times, which really sucked because Absol isn't bulky whatsoever. So now we got the Mudsdale going for the Earthquake. Earthquake is going to literally do donkeys to me. So Mudsdale is either going to swap out here or it's going to have some other move up its sleeve to hit me with. But I was quite confident that it couldn't actually do too much. And it was pretty much shut down. So it's got the Quick Claw, which is interesting, and now it's going to go for the Quick Claw Stealth Rock. So that's a little bit annoying. I mean, that's extra incoming damage. One of my Pokemon actually had Focus Sash too, so that's actually going to burn off that item. That was my Absol 6, the shiny Absol. Anyway, so going for the Foul Play on the Mudsdale. It does some okay damage, I guess. Now, the only thing I was worried about, does it have Rest? That was the only thing that's kind of on my mind, because if I went for Rest right, it could heal off that burn, plus it would retain all of its stamina boost in defense. And it'd be like almost impossible to KO. Okay, so now I'm going to go for another Foul Play on the Mudsdale. Obviously doing donkeys because the Mudsdale is getting boosting the defense too. Stamina is such a great ability. I really, really do like it. I love Mudsdale too. It's a great Pokemon. I like a lot of the Gen 7 Pokemon. They're very bold with their designs. It's wonderful. Okay, so I really hope we get that in the next generation. We get some interesting designs like that again. Okay, so the other move that I had was Superpower. Still does, if you look at the damage it did to my Absol, that was pretty dang good, even though it was burned. And I was actually max defense as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go to sleep with my Absol. Really, with this Absol team, if I lost my special defense wall and my defensive wall, this team, the battle would go for like another like 2 or 3 minutes. That was it. Like, all the Absols would just go down very fast. They would either take the opponent out easy peasy, or they'll just get absolutely shreked, right? All right, so we got the Absol getting some more leftover recovery. Things are looking fresh at the moment. Mudsdale is basically on its last leg. So all I really needed here was to go for a sleep talk and get a foul playoff. However, we got the Mudsdale swapping in and we swapping out, and we got the Heatmore swapping in. It's like, oh crap, this thing's got flash fire. If I get the Will-O-Wisp, it's going to give it a flash fire. I was like, crap, this is not good, people. All right, so go for the sleep talk. And the only time I get rest, I was happy I got rest, guys. I was happy I got rest. Get rest again. Okay, so we got the Absol getting a little bit more from the leftovers recovery. So now we got the Heatmore going for the Fire Lash. It's like, crap. Imagine if that got a flash fire boost on the Fire Lash. That would have done a lot of damage. So my defensive wall actually takes this rather nicely. We're going to risk going for another sleep talk here. And thank goodness, guys, we get the foul play. So that was really, really nice. Foul play does some pretty good damage to Heatmore. I'm quite happy with that. So it's a solid 3-hit KO. Maybe if I get a crit, it's a 2-hit KO. So going for the Heatmore on the foul play on the Heatmore, we got the Fire Lash coming again. Fire Lash obviously is a very nice signature move. And the great thing about it, right, it keeps dropping the defense of the opponent like you use it against. So it's a nice move. Okay, so going for the foul play, just missing the KO. God damn, I'm sick of these berries. Like, seriously, we had the Raticate and now we got the Heatmore. So Heatmore's going to eat its freaking berry, and that's my Absol 4 basically down. I can't afford to swap into any of my other Absols. Yeah, I just had to kind of stack off my Absol for number 4 there. So obviously I've lost a lot of I've lost my core on my team, like my defensive core. So obviously the battle will start to speed up here a bit. Okay, so now I thought I might as well go into my Absol 6. I've lost my Focus Sash now. Oh, this freaking Stone misses. And now we got the Heatmore going for the knockoff, getting rid of my item instead of going for a Fire Lash. That was good. I think I would have just lived the Fire Lash. Now we got the Heatmore swapping out and we got the Mudsdale swapping in. So I was like, okay, maybe they're just using this to sack their Mudsdale to see what I've got on this set. I went for the Stone Miss again and it hits the Mudsdale. So I was like, okay, that's fine. That's all good. So on that set, we had Play Rough, Sucker Punch, Hoe Claws, and Stone Edge. We had Super Luck as the ability and item as Focus Sash. Okay. This was a pretty interesting Pokemon. So I was like, okay, Meowstic shouldn't give me too much problems. Unless it's got like Signal Beam or Hidden Power Fire, Hidden Power Fighting or something like that. Hidden Power Fire. Anyway, so we got the Absol 3 coming in, putting a little bit of pressure on the Meowstic. So now it's going to throw up the Substitutes. Like, oh, okay, that kind of sucks because my Absol 3 is a mean look Parasong set. So I thought, the best thing I could really do here is go for the Parasong and encourage them to go for the swap. Asta, do you want to jump off me or not? Come on, Asta, jump up. Come on, jump up. Okay, Asta doesn't want to jump up. Anyway, so we got the, I'm just going to move my mic for a sec, guys. So we got the Substitute on the Meowstic there. Now I can go for the Parasong and at least encourage this Meowstic to actually, actually swap out. If it was to stay in, it can happily go down to the Parasong. I don't have a problem with that at all. Okay, so now we've got the Parasong counting 3. Guys, this is like deja vu of the other day with the crocodiles and the Parasong. All right, so going for Protect here. I thought, well, let's get a couple of Protects up, right? Let's see if we can do a little bit of scumbagness here. All right, so we got the Dark Pulse coming from the Meowstic. Obviously, it doesn't have much to hit me with. I knew that it didn't have its Psychic moves were going to work against me. It's got the Substitute. There's not a lot it can actually hit me with at the moment. So now going for the swap into my Absol 5. So Absol 5, I was confident could take a Dark Pulse easy and then, at least break the sub. Or if they wanted to stay, I'm not sure if they wanted to stay in because it wasn't much. This Meowstic was completely and utterly walled against this Absol team. So I was guessing, well, they probably don't really care about if it goes down and on. It's not really doing actually much to me at all. Okay, so the Parasong has fallen to 1. Now we got the Asta barking. We got the Dark Pulse on coming from the Absol. And we got the, oh my god, Shiny coming in. So we got the payback from my Absol. This is my bulky one, not the Dark Pulse. It's going to do not much to the Rat. Now, the Rat was the problem, right? Because it could go for the U-turn and do some pretty big damage to me. Asta, you going to jump up or not? Full Asta team. Come on, jump up, Asta. Full Asta team. Come on, Asta. Oh my goodness. All right, so now we got the Meowstic coming back in, right? And I've got my Toxic on my Absol. So I was like, this is really good. Because if they go for the Substitute again, you know, they're going to poison them. They're going to be poisoned, and they're not going to be able to get rid of it. And they got, even though they got leftovers, it's basically I've basically kind of just counted it. So like the Mudstale, it became dead weight. It was actually dead weight really fast, even before the Mudstale. So now we got the barrier from the Meowstic, which is interesting. So barrier is kind of like reflect, but you know, it's on the actual opponent, like the actual opponent's stats, rather than like the reflect on the whole field, which affects like all 6 Pokemon. So now we got the little bit of recovery there from the rest, getting me all the way back to health, full health. And I've got the Chesto Berry too. So the Chesto Berry is going to wake me up. Now on this set, I didn't actually have Sleep Talk. I just had Resto Chesto. So with the Absol, this was the Absol 5, we got Toxic, Swagger, Payback, and Rest, Max Health, Max Special Defense. So obviously, clearly, the Meowstic cannot do anything to me, and you know, it's just going to stay in and be fodder. So Payback's doing okay damage. I mean, the barrier basically, the barrier was the only reason the Meowstic actually lived at this point in the game. So if it did have, a lot of the time it has like Shy Shock and Shadow Ball. And, you know, it doesn't have a lot. It's really not the greatest matchup for Absol. So now we've got the Dank Pulse again, though, obviously trying to go for a flinch there. Not that it really mattered at all, because it was doing, like, 2 damage. And now I'm just going to go for the Payback, and that's going to finish off the Meowstic. So we got around the Meowstic there, the bulky Meowstic. We still got some worries. We got the Rat, we got the Heatmore, and we've got one other Pokemon, being the Slazzle. Now, I can't actually poison this because I don't have that ability. I don't have the Corrosion. I wish I had that Corrosion ability, people. This would be the best time. Skill swap, people. Anyway, so I'm going to be poisoned. That's kind of okay. I'm not going to go back to sleep on this set anyway. I don't want to become setup fodder. So going for the Payback on the Slazzle does some really big damage there, which is nice. Okay, so Slazzle's got the Black Sludge. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it may have Substitute, or it may have some kind of stalling move. I'm not quite sure at the moment. So now we've got the Slazzle going for the Protect. It's Toxic stalling me at the moment. That's kind of fine. It can only do that for so long, and once I get a Payback off against it, you know, it's definitely going to go down. So getting some more leftovers, so Black Sludge recovery from the Black Sludge, fancy that. And now we got the Flamethrower coming from the Slazzle. So this is the other coverage move that I had. Obviously, I'm guessing he had more bulk. I had a lot of bulk in special defense, and that was the only reason I actually lived that. So now go for the Payback, and that's going to take out the Slazzle, which was nice. That bulky Absol saved me. So I'm down to my last bit of health on the Absol, my bulky wall, and this is where things start to get a little bit dicey here. So now we got Raticate, which can easily go for a U-turn. However, it's going to finish me off with the Crunch. So the Raticate obviously wants to stay in against my next Absol. So Absol 5 is going to go down, so I've lost my defensive wall, and now I've lost my special defensive wall. We still got 3 Absols left. So into my Absol 3. Now, Absol 3 was the Mean Look Perish Song trapping set. So I thought, well, at least I can throw a Perish Song up. If it wants to go for a U-turn, it can. I might be able to get that like a Mean Look up against the other Pokemon and try and set something up. However, we got the Hyper Fang coming from the Raticate, so it does a lot of damage to me, and I've actually got my Citrus Berry there, which is going to take me over half health. Now, I could go for the Mean Look, or I could just go for Protect. I know that Raticate can go for the U-turn as well. So now I'm going to go for, they can even swap as well. So going for Protect, just stalling up another turn. Now they're going to go for U-turn for some damage, like I thought they would. So I thought, well, let's see if we can go for like Protects in a row here. See if we get like, it'd be amazing we get 3 in a row. I get 2 in a row. I was like, oh, this is awesome, right? So I was like, if I get 1 more Protect in a row, the Raticate will go down, and then my Absol will go down. So they got to think, they actually got to think here, are they going to swap or are they not going to swap? I went for it and it failed. Man, if only that actually paid off. Imagine that. The Eradicate would have hit the Protect. Nothing would have happened. The Absol would have gone down and the Eradicate would have gone down. It would have been the saltiest moment ever. However, we've got 2 more Absol left. We've got the Absol 6 from before, and I've got my other Absol that hasn't come out. Okay, so we've got to get rid of this Heatmore. So back into the Absol 1, the Sword Dance, Bite, Rockside, the Scumbag set. Taking a little bit of damage from the Stealth Rocks. Okay, so now we're going to go for the Bite on the Heatmore, and that does some nice critical hit damage, taking out the Heatmore, which is cool. So with the Super Lark and the Scope Lens, it's got a very, very good chance of actually critting. So obviously it's got 3 stages. With the Super Lark and the Scope Lens, that gives it 2 out of 3 stages. So it's a very, very good chance to actually crit that. Okay, so go for the Bite on the Eradicate for a little bit of disrespect. It's going to go for the Hyper Fang, and it's actually got a miss. And now it's going to go for the Sucker Punch, not doing too much damage to my Absol. I'm going to finish it off with a Rock Slide. I could have done the Rock Slide before to finish it off, but I actually wanted to finish off with the Disrespect Bite. But that wasn't the case. Hope you guys enjoyed this second battle, and check out those bloopers, and check out the stream, people. It should be fun. Peace.